people, I'm Nith and you're watching The Happy Hoot, and I wish you an amazingly beautiful, successful, blissful, fantastic, super duper trooper happy 2019. This is my first video of 2019, and if you follow me on Instagram, you guys must know that I asked you in December to ask me questions that I would be answering. Don't worry, I did not forget. I was just waiting for the right time, and I guess this is the right time. So without any further ado, let's go! What is your job and salary? Well, I'm a PhD researcher, which means I am doing PhD in a certain area, which can be roughly defined as safety for autonomous systems. And my salary is something that I would not like to share because it is not like in millions. So how long did it take for you to adjust and not feel homesick all the time? Well, I would say a couple of weeks. Initially, probably 8 to 12 weeks. Once I found my friends, I could roam around with them, and once I started with my lectures, it probably went better. And since I could actually see on Skype or WhatsApp each day my family, it was not so problematic. And I'm also not kind of a homesick person. I usually find out one way or the other to keep myself entertained. Do you celebrate Christmas? Yes, I do. In fact, I love Christmas. I actually also celebrate other festivals like Eid, Holi, Diwali, Baisakhi, Lodi, and almost every possible thing I can celebrate here. Is Germany good for a commerce field? Unfortunately, I'm not the right person to answer that because I have nothing to do with commerce field. If you still are having the same question, then I would suggest you just Google it and you will find the answer. Is it better to do language course in Germany? Well, I would say yes. The reason is, in my opinion, that when you do a course, especially German course in Germany, then the teachers who are teaching you the course, they actually pronounce the words how it is supposed to be pronounced. I don't say that the people who are teaching you or who are taking courses back in your country, they cannot pronounce it or they pronounce it wrong, but I just would say that the closest and the most optimal pronunciation you will find when you do courses here, unless there is a person who is actually German and teaching you courses back in your hometown. How can one get technical internship while doing masters? Is it easy to get one if I have experience? Well, the only way to find it out is if you have a university, then search whether that university offers any internships, or more specifically, go to the Fachbereich site. So for example, Informatik, computer science is a Fachbereich. Go to their website in your university and find out if there are any internships that are offered by them or any other Fachbereich that is close or is related to your. For example, Informatik students can do internships in EIT if your specialization has something to do with, for example, embedded systems. Just search online or talk to your professors. What is your plan for holidays? Eat, drink, watch, sleep, and repeat. That's what I literally do on each holiday possible, and get fat. How hard it was to get adjusted in Germany, the starting away, and moreover in totally different land. It was indeed a bit difficult, not too much, because as I said earlier, I am a kind of a person who somehow, one way or the other, find a way to entertain myself and to divert myself from certain things, or try to justify if things are like this, why are they like this? If people are like this, why are they like this? And try to just adjust myself accordingly. So it did not take much time and it wasn't too hard for me to get adjusted. I would say I loved Germany from the very day I stepped in here. So it was not too hard. So okay level. Can you tell something about bachelor admissions, please, with 3 times Z? Yes, very important information.
Google it.
Is there any opportunity after completing diploma in mechatronics? Oh, well, I just know in this question that mechatronics is a term that is derived from mechanics and electronics and nothing else. So I'm really sorry. Again, I'm not the right person to answer this.
Google it.
You will find the answers. What is your German level? Well, my German level, if you go by my certificate, then I am A2. But if I go by how I can speak and communicate and how I would like to grade myself, I would say B1.2, or let's say initials of B2. I have a huge gap in my grammar and the vocabulary, but I would say B2, roughly initial B2. How can I use Google? Just Google it, you will know it. Silly questions. Did you go to Germany to do your master's or PhD? I came for master's. I did my master's in applied computer science with my specialization in embedded systems, and now I am doing my PhD since since few years. How difficult is it to get admission in Germany for undergraduate? Kindly advise. Well, since I came for a master's here, I really don't know, since I did not experience what is the procedure and how difficult it is. But I can tell you it is a bit difficult than master's because most of the undergraduate courses are in German. And that's why you might need a high level of German proficiency. When did you start your master's? Immediately after your bachelor's. Not immediately. I worked for 1 year and a half, and then I applied for master course. So I did not apply immediately after bachelor's, but a few months later. What made you start the Happy Hoot? Which camera or mic and editing software do you use? Well, I'm a person who easily gets bored by doing monotonous things. So there was one day when I came home and I was like, no, I really don't want that my life should be like this monotonous, and I wanted to do something other than my research. So I decided to have a hobby, and this is what I came up with because I'm a big YouTube addict. I watch almost everything on YouTube, and that's why I decided to create a channel which I name as Happy Hoot. Right now I'm using my Sony camera, which is basically a video camera. I use it because it has an inbuilt stabilizer and has a 30x amazing zoom, so I can really zoom on things. I have been using for long OpenShot software on Linux operating system, but since I now switched to Windows, I'm using DaVinci Resolve. Okay guys, so this brings us to the end of the first video of this year, but not the Q&A video because you asked me so many questions. I will be continuing making another video, which will be probably following this video once it's published. And if you find that your question wasn't answered in this video, then go check the other video. It must be definitely there. Have a good day, evening, night, or whenever or whatever time you're watching this video. Stay blessed, stay successful, and have a blast in the new year. Much love. What do you do? What? Oh God, I'm so thirsty.